What's up, Panda dudes? Peter from Panda here. Hey, bought myself this shining buddy. You know what? I think you and I could be buddies, and I'll be your shining buddy. It's another LED headlamp, and here's all the info about it. It says batteries included. Swivel 60 degrees, 4 light settings. Press the green button. Okay, cool. So let's take it out and take a look at it. You know I like headlamps. A lot of the headlamps I have are like ginormous. Kind of like my ego. But this one is like pretty small, and I thought, geez, that'd be cool. Maybe something compact you can throw in your pack or your fanny pack for a lot of you guys. Or your pocket even when you're on little camp out. So here it is. It's just a strap that goes around your head. My buddy Josh said he wanted a headlamp so that he could take his dog out at night. I thought this might be something that he'd be interested in. Here is the housing. It's all plastic. You can see some molding marks. The mount against your head is plastic too, and as you can see there, it's slightly curved, so it feels good. Just put it on my forehead. Feels fine. The band runs through the inside there, so you got a little fabric pressing against your skin, and it looks like you could take it out with these little cutouts here if you needed to. Adjustable head strap. It's kind of like Seattle Seahawks colors. Seahawks, boo. And let's take a look at the angling. So it has a lot of little micro adjustments. You can see there, you might be able to see there on the hinge, there are little indentations that allow you to adjust down, which you're going to need. Especially, I always find kind of adjusting down ends up being shining right ahead. Here's the big green button. Silicone. Soft and rubbery. Nice texture on it. And then on the front, looks like you have kind of a main LED light and some side lights. Kind of looks like the front of a police motorcycle. The plastic in front of these side LEDs is frosted. So then if you lift up this tab here, I think this is where we get to the batteries, and look at that. 3 Duracells installed already. Pretty impressed with that. Just the batteries themselves are usually kind of expensive. Good solid click there. And there is a green silicone gasket. Oops, kind of pushed it out there. All the way around. So I think this should be relatively moisture proof. And let's go ahead and hit the button. Boom. 1 is high, 2 is low, 3 is red. So those side lights are red. That's kind of cool. Helps preserve your night vision. And then the last setting is flashing red. So that's kind of cool. Little emergency lights. And the 5th setting is off. So high, low, red, flashing red. All right, now the key is, how does this sucker work? Let's go try it out. Alright, so I'm out here in the back, and I go ahead and turn it on, and there is the highest brightness setting. And it's pretty nice, you know, for a small little headlamp. Gives me decent illumination, especially within the first 30-40 feet. I can see grass out there, as you can see, and I can even see the trees that are out there, you know, 60-70 feet away. It's hard to see them on the video, but I can see it, and they're illuminated. Although, like I've shown you in previous videos, some of my headlamps which have a really, you know, focusable beam of light, this is not nearly as bright, but this is certainly probably much better for kind of your everyday camping use, hiking, things like that. And the form factor is so much smaller. I can tell it's just light and comfortable on my head. If I switch it down here to the low setting, again, more than adequate light for hiking. Again, 20-30 feet out is probably kind of where it's most effective. In the first 10 or 15, 20 feet, you know, I can still see the ground and the contours, and it's going to make it safe for hiking. Beyond that, it's just kind of a much softer illumination. The red light here is really interesting because It's actually, you can kind of see it on the ground there, but it's really only good for about 5-6 feet in terms of illumination. But this is really perfect. As you can see here, the things right in front of me are illuminated just fine, for manipulating things in your tent, around your campsite, especially when you're kind of waking up from a sleep and going outside, or maybe, like I said, is my buddy is walking his dog. This is something so you can open the door and get outside, and your dog isn't being blinded by your LED light flashing in its eyes as it's out kind of doing its thing. And then the last setting is that flashing red light. So really more just an emergency setting. You could turn this on and put it in the rear window of your car or something like that if it's disabled, or set it on a table or hang it to a tree, or something like that. But I suspect that you probably wouldn't really need it. But anyway, this little shining buddy headlamp is pretty nifty. I like it. It's pretty cheap, comes with batteries, and works darn well. Your small little shining buddy. It's going to be helpful on your next little camp out. Peter Von Panda. Out.